The reports in Measuring Up Insight are designed to keep you informed of your students' standards comprehension in preparation for the PARCC assessment. Use these reports to guide your instruction decisions at the school, classroom, small group, and individual student levels. The following is a sampling of some of the reporting data available in Measuring Up Insight. Each time you log into Insight, you will see an update of class proficiency per subject right on the home page. The numbers in each section of the bar graph represent the number of students in each proficiency category. The class's overall proficiency is listed to the right of the bar graph. Insight performance key and score rating levels are the same as those used by the PARCC Consortium. The Student Personal Prescriptive Path P3 report shows student performance per sub-learning objective based on the assessment selected. To generate a report, go to the Reports tab and select it from the list. Start by choosing a class, subject, student, and assessment from the drop-down menu. Then click See Report. This report is web-based. This is an example of a Student Personal Prescriptive Path P3 report. It allows you to review the details of the individual student's results. It offers a breakdown by Common Core standard. You can also see the student's response to each item listed, as well as the time on task, and the corresponding Common Core standard. The Test Results Expanded report allows a bird's eye view of how students performed overall on a selected assessment. Results are displayed by question type for each student in the class who has completed results. This report may be accessed from the gradebook by clicking the class average for an assessment, or by going to Reports and selecting it from the list. If you go through the reports, you will then choose the class, test, mode, and instance, then select from options to order students by, and click Submit. This report is Excel-based. This is an example of the Test Results Expanded report. You can immediately see the breakdown of student results between item types. The data in the State Test Score column is the rating given to the student based on the student's overall performance and follows the same levels the PARCC Consortium uses. The Test Item Analysis report details how students responded to each item for a selected assessment. Easily analyze responses to determine whether students are missing the concept of the skill or whether a word or phrase in the way the question was asked caused confusion. This report may be accessed from the gradebook by clicking a test name or by going to the Reports tab and selecting it from the list. When you have selected the report, choose the standard, subject, class, and test. If you are accessing it from the gradebook, these will be pre-filled with the student's information already. Next, click See Report. Both web-based and Excel versions of this report are available. This is an example of a test item analysis report. Questions are ordered by most missed to least missed. Columns labeled 1 through 4 represent the multiple choice options for questions. The cell marked in green is the correct answer. Click a percentage to see the names of students who chose that option. Students who did not answer the question will be counted in the no answer column. Click a question number to see the details of the question. View the item and multiple choice options. Constructive feedback for each multiple choice option is listed under the cues. This is great for displaying on a whiteboard to go over during class instruction. The Student Standards Progress Report displays cumulative detailed performance per each Common Core standard that the student has completed work on during the current school year. Common Core standards that the student has not completed work for will display as not yet tested. To generate a report, go to the Reports tab and select it from the list. Next, select a class, subject, and student. Click See Report. Both web-based and Excel versions of this report are available. This is a sample of a Student Standards Progress Report. From the Student Standards Progress Report, you are able to export a Student Standards Progress Parent Report. This opens the information in Excel for printing purposes, or it may be saved and emailed to the parent. The Student Proficiency Report displays a year-to-date performance snapshot of the student's results compared to the class. To generate a report, go to the Reports tab and select it from the list. Next, choose the class, subject, and student from the drop-down menus. Click See Report. This report is web-based. This is an example of a student proficiency report. Each blue dot represents the student's performance on a specific assessment, and each black dot represents the class's performance. Hover over a dot to see details of the assessment given and score received. The Student Test Activity Report lists all assessments the selected student has completed for the current school year. To generate a report, go to the Reports tab and select it from the list. Next, select the school year, class, and student from the drop-down menus. Click Submit. This report is Excel-based. This is an example of a Student Test Activity Report. It allows you to view details on each assessment taken by the student, such as time spent, total points, and score percentage. The data in the state score column is the rating given to the student based on the student's overall performance and follows the same levels as those the PARCC consortium uses. The student transcript will list every assessment that a student has completed in diagnostic or quiz mode for each school year he or she has used Measuring Up Insight. To generate a report, go to the Management Classes section. Next, click the class name, and then next to the student's name, click Transcript. This report opens in a Word document. Here is an example of a student transcript report. The final report we will be discussing is the Class Personal Prescriptive Path P3 report, which lists each Common Core standard at the domain, cluster, and sub-learning objective levels, with students grouped by performance based on a single assessment or all assessments. To generate a report, go to the Reports tab and select it from the list. Next, choose the class, subject, and a single assessment or all assessments from the drop-down menus. Click See Report. Both web-based and Excel versions of this report are available. In this slide, you can see an example of the Class P3 report. To learn more on using the reports, click on the Help link located on the top right corner of the Measuring Up Insight webpage. The images for this presentation came from the Measuring Up Reports Overview Guide.